All right. Well, welcome to the wake-up call this last Friday of June. We're halfway through the year. And, as you guys know, my name is Juan Mercado. I'm on the call every Friday, and I'm just an advocate of personal development and personal growth. That's what I've been doing most of my adult life, last 30-plus years. And I like to share what I've learned. I like to share of the things that I've put into practice so that you guys can say, hey, if it worked for him, it can work for me. And I'm not special. Everybody has the same ability. If you guys know, I like to talk about how we can manifest the things that we desire through the power that God has given us. What I want to talk today is a couple of things. I want to talk real quickly about how we attract. So how do we manifest? How do we bring our thoughts into fruition, into something tangible, something material? So we have what's called a reticular activating system. It's part of the base of our brain, okay? And it's a beacon. You can call it a beacon. And what it does is it sends out signals. And those signals are like radio towers that send out signals. And those signals can be then picked up by radios that are tuned into that station. And so the way the reticular activating system works is we have electromagnetic signal that we send out. And the electromagnetic signal is your thoughts are electric impulses. So what do we always want to have? If you guys have been on my call, we want to be positive thinkers, right? What's a positive thinker? It's a person that is only thinking about the things that they want, not the things that they don't want. Negative thinker is a person that thinks about the things that they don't want, right? And once we have dominant thoughts that are either positive thoughts or negative thoughts, then that's what we start sending out to the world. And it works with our emotions. So if you have an emotion, if you have a thought, let's say we all will go through negative thoughts. That's normal. But it's when you emotionalize that thought that you actually activate the thought. So just having a thought per se is not necessarily going to mean it's going to come true or it's going to come into fruition. It's going to be manifested. It's when you emotionalize it. And unfortunately, the thoughts we emotionalize the strongest are negative thoughts because of the fear that we have. Once we have dominant negative thoughts, that's when we have the feelings of fear. And that creeps in, quickly. So, a reticular activating system is at the stem of the brain. It's a beacon, and that beacon is going to send a signal of whatever our thoughts are emotionalized. So if you're thinking positive thoughts, which is thinking the things that you want, and you emotionalize it with excitement, what you want to do with your positive thoughts is to be excited when you have them. So when you write down everything that you would like to have in your life in a why statement, why am I so successful in my business? Why do I make, $500,000 a year? Why am I in perfect health in every way? So you want to have a positive, excited emotion to go with it. Once you have that excited emotion, that's the ingredient that triggers that signal in your reticular activating system, and that's what's sent out to the world. Now, you don't see this signal just like you don't see radio waves, just like you don't see cellular waves, just like we don't see 99% of what actually exists. Our eyes are very limited in what they can actually, the amount of light that we can actually see. The spectrum of light that we can see through our eyes is about 1% of what actually exists. And part of that is waves, particles, wave particles. So what do we want to do? Have the positive thoughts, emotionalize them with excitement, and then that's sent out. You don't have to do anything to your reticular activating system. It works just fine. God created it, and it works perfect. It's working right now. So what we want to avoid is having negative thoughts that we emotionalize with fear, and then we send that into the world, and that comes back to us in more negative things happening to our life. Now, why I said this call would be two parts, because the other part I want to talk about is how those emotions create disease in our bodies. So emotions will, over time, create positive or negative effects in our body. My dad's 92 years old. When he turned 60, about 62, 63 years old, he started losing a lot of weight. He lost like 15, 20 pounds. I remember, being in college thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on with my dad? Is he going to die or something? And he finally told me that they had detected he had diabetes. And they said, you have diabetes. And the doctor told him, my dad used to have very high emotions, and they told him now, what you got to do is make sure you never get way too excited or you get way too fearful, because emotions, one way or another, too strongly will affect your sugar level. So ever since then, my dad has maintained pretty much even keel emotions, and he's 90. He just turned 92 years old in April. Now, my whole point to this is that my dad will not believe that he has diabetes. He took the advice of the doctor, and he takes the medicine, but he believes he's fine. He believes there's nothing wrong with him. Absolutely 100% healthy. And because he has those dominant thoughts, he's 92 years old and going on to over 100 years old. Because in his mind, he doesn't have diabetes. He's had a little something with the sugar that he needs to take a little pill, I don't know, blue pill, white pill, I don't know what color pill it is. But that's a person that just won't accept in their mind that something's wrong with him. He has positive thoughts. He only thinks about the things that he wants for his body. Now, over time, if you have negative emotions, they will affect your body, because those negative emotions are frequencies going through your body, going through every cell in your body. Because remember what we are. We're energy in motion. We're energy, which means we're beams of light. That's what energy is. Then we become vibrational, and vibrational is like the letters. We're always vibrating letters. And then as we think thoughts, we put those letters together, whether they be positive thoughts or negative thoughts. We put those together and we create frequencies. So in our spectrum of energy, we are creating frequencies, and those frequencies are creating us. So if you think fearful thoughts, and if you have different, and I'll talk about a book that I recommend you buy, and if you start thinking negative thoughts, having negative emotions, you're creating frequencies that are penetrating to every cell of your body. And over time, that frequency, we become it. Our body becomes that frequency. We manifest that frequency into our own body, and that's what is disease. That's what causes disease. So as my time is, I'm doing pretty good on time today, but I want to talk about a book where you can see what emotions and negative thoughts created each disease. And then you can create the book will give you the affirmations, which is basically the frequency that will cancel out that disease, and that we emotionalize. And if we think those affirmations, we say those affirmations, we will heal ourselves from that. And the book is called You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay, amazing life coach who's passed away. So write it down, You Can Heal Your Life, Louis Hay. And I'm going to talk to you, I'm just going to go through a few of them, a few of the most important ones, but it actually goes through everything, and it just tells you what caused it. So, for example, one of the big ones right now is cancer. And cancer is deep hurt. This is what you've been thinking. Okay, you've been really deeply hurt. You have long-standing resentment. The 3 R's that go against you that cause cancer is resentment, regret, and rage. So those cause cancer in your body. So cancer is deep hurt, long-standing resentment, deep secret or grief eating away at the self, carrying hatred. What's the use? That's kind of what that person says. What's the use of that, everybody? And just looking at everything from the glass completely empty, not even half empty, but just totally empty. And what you want to say, the affirmation you want to say is, I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. I choose to fill my world with joy. I love and approve of myself. There's one even for bunions. If you have bunions, it's a person that has lack of joy in meeting the experiences of life. So I jealously run forward to greet life's wonderful experiences. And it talks about a lot of stuff. So a lot of diseases, car sickness, fear, bondage, feeling of being trapped. I move with ease through time and space. Only love surrounds me. Even cataracts. Inability to see ahead with joy, dark future. So the affirmation is, life is eternal and filled with joy. I look forward to every moment. So I recommend this book because it talks about pretty much every disease, and not only disease, but when we have accidents, and I don't want anybody to feel bad or anything, but even accidents, even stubbing your toe is you creating a negative experience in your life out of your thoughts. And I'm not saying you have to microscope your life in every way. Now you're going to have fear about the stuff that causes you to have, look them up in here. So I don't want you to now just be so afraid of everything. Don't get me wrong. This is just the way that God is allowing us to see what we have to do so that we can heal ourselves. See, disease has always gotten a negative connotation, like, oh, disease, it's bad. Disease is not bad. Believe it or not, even cancer is not bad because everything can be healed. But all disease is just a signaling of your body to change something. And we have to search for that change. And when we have incidents happen to us, we want to search up why. We want to meditate over, find out, why did I have that negative event? What did I do to cause that? Because life doesn't come to you, guys. It comes through you. Every experience in your life it comes from you, better said, from you. Life doesn't happen to you. It comes from you, from your thoughts that are emotionalized, that create that frequency that goes out in the world through your reticular activating system and then comes back as experiences in your life. And just another one that I'll talk about is tumors. So tumors is nursing old hurts and shocks, building remorse. Okay? And there you would say, I lovingly release the past and turn my attention to this new day, all is well. Okay, guys, well, my time is up. This is another one of those calls where I would just say you should listen to it a couple of times from the YouTube channel. If you don't know where our YouTube channel is, reach out to me or Patty Carson. We can send you the link. But I just want to say that I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful and blessed weekend, blessed day, blessed month, and we're here to help, and I'm excited for the future for everyone, and my prayer is that all of you take control of your life and you create the life of your dreams, the life you want, because God has given us the ability to do so, guys. So have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you next week.